If you have an ambitious neurodivergent mind, you likely relate to one or more of the next statements that I'm about to say. You have a million ideas, but you struggle to start and complete them. You likely have at least one URL for a business that you thought about launching, but never launched, or never got traction on, so you just moved on. Or you have a stack of unfinished books and half-empty journals hiding somewhere, probably in a box or in a closet somewhere. Or if you were like me, underneath your bed. It's not that you have bad ideas or that you can't stick to something, but you struggle as you watch other people breeze through the simple things, finishing projects, sticking to routines, even just showing up on time, while you're stuck in your own head, drowning in unfinished ideas, wondering if you'll ever actually finish what matters. Most people think the answer is just to work harder or to try another productivity hack. But I'm here to tell you that there's $1 million secret that changed everything for me. And I'll share exactly what that is before we're done here. So stick with me, because your breakthrough could be right here in the next few minutes. In today's world, there are a handful of people who refer to ADHD as a superpower. But too often these individuals were blessed or privileged with an early diagnosis or knowledge of why they were different or weird. They had the financial means to be able to afford the ADHD tax or the cost of their impulses being out of control. And too often, these people are just another version of the gym bros who look down on everyone else. I have a unique view on this, though. I like to approach neurodivergence as an unrealized or unharnessed superpower, in the very real and traditional sense of a superpower. You have these awesome strengths and powers, but you also have areas of weakness and deficits that leave you open for attack. For us, neurodivergence isn't just a label. It's a daily cadence of forgotten items and overwhelm, like where the hell I set my keys 5 seconds ago. This doesn't sound much like a superpower, but if we're being honest, just like a superpower, it can also be a massive pain in the ass if you don't know how to use it. Now, as a fun exercise to help maintain this point, I want you to think of yourself as Spider-Man for a moment. Now, this won't be as big a stretch as some of you might think, because, see, Peter Parker was a little weird. He didn't really fit in at school. He was really smart, but he was picked on by his peers. Does any of this sound familiar? But when he first came into his powers, he had no idea what he was capable of. He had to experiment, climbing up walls, slinging webs, his spidey sense. He failed and he fumbled and he got his ass kicked more than once. But just like Spidey, you have strengths that set you apart. You have creativity or relentless curiosity or hyperfocus. But you also have weaknesses. Spider-Man's weaknesses weren't just Green Goblin or Doc Ock. They were also his own self-doubt, his struggles with relationships, and the chaos of just being different. The truth is, your neurodivergence can be your greatest gift or your biggest blocker, depending on whether you learn to harness it or if you just let it run wild. So here's the deal. Your strengths work just like Spidey's powers. When you stop fighting your wiring and you start exploring what makes you different, You unlock capabilities that most people can't even dream of. But every archetype, every superhero, every founder, every person has their own unique set of strengths and villains. For you, it might be overwhelm, or distraction, or perfectionism, or it might just be the shame that comes from not fitting the mold. The key is to shine a light on your villains so that you can spot them coming and outsmart them, just like Spidey does. And when you hit a wall, you don't quit. You make a plan. You get back up. And you keep moving forward. That's what this is about. It's about learning to use your superpowers to win, one step at a time. Otherwise, you're always reacting and you're never leading. This simple realization took me far too long to understand. And even longer to finally map out and create a framework that works around this. But it's the exact reason that I started The Ambitious Founder. We exist to end the shame and the loneliness cycle that's felt by ambitious, neurodivergent minds. By empowering you with the tools and the community that are built around your brain to help you succeed. That's exactly what the NeuroStyle assessment does for neurodivergent minds. And I want to share it with you for free because I know how hard life is without that knowledge. As someone who has ADHD and autism and an unrelenting ambition and a high IQ, I know how hard this life can be. Trust me, I struggled with my brain for years. After a lifelong struggle of financial and impulse control, a run-in with the law in my youth, multiple failed launches, a few moderately successful companies, a bankruptcy, and about 1 million ideas and unfinished projects, I finally figured something out. This simple 3-step framework took my next company from $0 to over $1 million in less than 18 months. Because I finally learned how to work with my brain, not against it. So you have to ask yourself, if everything I'm saying is true, if this were all true, wouldn't you at least be a little interested? Now, some of you are pessimists, like my lovely wife, and you're probably already asking yourselves, okay, it's free, but what's the catch? And honestly, in today's world, I don't blame you. And that's a great question. But here's the truth. I want you to succeed. I want you to learn how to start and finish more, and I want to see you build the life and the business that you always wanted. Not just because I now know how that changes your life, your family's lives, your employees' lives, your clients' lives even, but because I'm here to invest into companies, to invest into dreams, and to grow alongside you. Here's my selfish reason for wanting your success. I want you to build a company that makes $1 million to $3 million in profit each year so that I can potentially purchase that company from you and help grow it to 10 million, 30 million, 100 million, and beyond. That's why AF shares personal and business growth, because we know that by changing your life, we're helping to change the world. And when you want to grow or sell your company, we can come on that ride with you. Now, most coaches, platforms, executive function gurus, they're charging anywhere from 5 to 10 to even 20K for programs designed to keep you dependent on them. I know this because I spent years and over $100,000 of my own money on business growth coaching, mentorship, personal development, leadership development, even on learning neuroscience, trying to figure out how to make all this shit work together for my brain. I failed more times than I can count. I was lonely, I was frustrated, and I almost gave up. And I want to save as many people as possible from getting stuck in that same hard middle space, and help you gain the skills to grow and finish what matters without relying on someone else forever. So ask yourself, if there were a faster, easier, and zero risk way to do this for yourself, wouldn't you want that? So remember that $1 million secret that I promised? Here it is. It wasn't about working harder. It was really about 3 things: understanding my strengths, owning my weaknesses, and building around my brain instead of forcing myself into someone else's system. That's what the Neuro Style Assessment gives you. Because once you understand these things for yourself, you'll be able to start and finish more, grow the life and the business that you want, and unlock your own path to success. And I will give you those 100% free. No risk. Worst case, you spend an hour of your time learning more about your brain, getting connected to a community, and you realize that you're not alone, and you still walk away with everything that we gave you. Best case, you finally learn to grow your life and your business around your brain. You finally start and finish what matters and unlock your own path to success. And from there, we continue working together to build your dreams. Either way, you win. So, if I could leave you here with one final message, everything else got erased, just one thing, and you got nothing else from me but this, it would be, you are not alone, and you are not broken. If you want to learn more about your unique superpowers, go ahead and click below, take the NeuroStyle assessment, and claim your free personalized playbook for starting and finishing more. I look forward to seeing you there. Welcome to the Ambitious Founder.